Welcome to another edition of Lean Bites. Hey, thanks for joining me today. My name is Paul Dean. On this edition of Lean Bites, I'm going to share with you a simple but powerful example of lean leadership through the Great Pyramid as a model. Now, I've had the privilege of implementing lean with large and small organisations, and I've found organisations that have sustained a successful lean journey are those that have had a strong focus on the leadership component of lean. Because one of the fundamental reasons why lean is not sustained is due to leadership. And I'm going to use the model of the Great Pyramid to provide some tips that I've developed to help you sustain lean. Now, the Great Pyramid of Giza was built around 2600 BC using 2.3 million stone blocks, each hand carved but not uniform or dressed. And to reach the total height of 481 feet, they're specifically placed at the right orientation. And only the outside layer was initially limestone mortared. So how did the structure survive over 4,600 years against the elements? In order to be the tallest structure standing the test of time, I believe your lean journey needs to follow the same model. Number one, purpose. The purpose of the pyramid was clearly understood by both Egyptians and foreign slaves. Everyone believed in the purpose. A tomb to the afterlife, a social statement of the ruling class. Now, it might be somewhat unclear to us in the 21st century, but definitely there was no confusion on the purpose back in 2600 BC. The difficulty to build the normal structures is without everyone believing in the purpose. The purpose provided direction and engagement towards the goal. Your lean strategy and plan also needs to have a clear purpose understood by all. This can be communicated through vision and values. Every member of the organisation needs to believe in the same purpose, more so your leaders. The purpose could be as simply to engage everyone in the transformation of your organisation to achieve better results for the internal or external customer. And if the leaders believe in the purpose, they can model it so everyone else can follow. Number two, plan. You cannot have a tall structure that stands the test of time unless you have a strong plan, where all the stones fit together in the correct orientation and alignment. Some stones are at the base, some are at the top, some on the inside, some on the outside. When the Egyptians were building the Great Pyramid, they had a specific plan to communicate it to all key stakeholders before they turned over the first shovel of sand. Their plan revolved around what they were going to do, who was going to do it, and at what stage they were involved. Likewise, to have a tall, high-performing business that stands the test of time, you need to have a solid plan right from the start, which includes what part your leaders will play and the way your people will function together, supporting one another. Not all the stones perform the same role in the pyramid. Likewise, your plan must specifically and clearly indicate who's doing what and when. Finally, number three, people. The 2.3 million stones that make up the pyramid are not uniform in shape or neatly dressed, but it's the uniqueness of these stones that provides the strength and stability. And I believe the stones of the pyramid, these ones, represent your people. They all look different, they all perform differently, but regardless of the strength of each stone, they cannot do it alone. They cannot fulfill their purpose to build the organisation alone. And as leaders, it's critically important that we embrace, show and build respect to everyone, regardless if they look different or at different skill levels. Now, I like to use analogies and models to help communicate key principles, and I truly believe in this case it's the Egyptians who built the Great Pyramids that have provided us with tips on how to build a sustainable lean journey that will stand the test of time. I hope this has been very helpful, and before I go, I'd like to leave you with a simple reminder. Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success. Edward Everett Hale. Thanks for joining me on this edition of Lean Bites.